Welcome back to $2 Garage. It's finally in the garage after months of waiting and things getting in the way. So let's get started. So the car is back in the garage, and it appears that this window is somewhat free, as it does move up and down now, and as we've established in previous episodes, it has power. So I'm going to try and get this in there and see if the window works. So I went through the box and found our T20 screws, and what you need to do is you need to turn this in. Having a proper German tool at the flexi bit is really useful, and you have the spinning function, so almost like it's designed for tight spaces because they know the vehicles they're meant for. Now let's see if our window works. Nope. I'm a grade A dumbass. I forgot to plug in the motor. Alright, now that the motor's plugged in, let's try it. Excellent. I'm pretty sure the arms are stuck just like that window was. So what I gotta do now is get that door card off and start getting to that. See if our motor's good. So the camera died and I didn't realize it. Anyway, so what you need is a long and stubby Phillips head and a 10 mil because someone's been here before. And this door looks like it was put together at least half decently well. Okay, time to take out the screws for that motor to see if it works. Now, there is a flathead in that situation, and I'm trying to do as little damage as possible to the door bag, because that is the original cover. So the camera died and I didn't realize it. Anyway, so what you need is a long and stubby Phillips head and a 10 mil because someone's been here before. And this door looks like it was put together at least half decently well. Okay, time to take out the screws for that motor to see if it works. Now, there is a flathead in that situation. Oh, that's not good. To show you what we're working with here, that looks lovely. So the first thing we're going to try is some penetrating oil and a brush and see if I can get this to function. As for our motor, since I'm trying to save every dime I can, we're going to let this soak in Evapo-Rust. Waste of time, that one is completely cooked. To be clear, I have one that seems like it's in better shape, but I really don't want to take that window out. I guess we can strain it or kind of run some of that stuff out with some WD-40. Starting to look better, based on what I see. Now let's see if I can make the window move manually, or I need to start lubricating the crap out of all the joints. It actually moves pretty well, so I'll probably give that another day or two, but it's already cleaning up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the car power and test our secondary motor, because I don't think that rusty one is going back on. Power's on! Let's see. She's got juice. Okay, that's not good. So I've tested a few known good motors, and we're not getting anything. Key is in. Switch for the window is down. We're going to see if any voltage is coming out of this. It's really simple. Set it to DC and see if any volts come out of it. I have the switch off, in that case here. And we're getting nothing at all. Found out what is wrong with our window. It was the relay. So this was from I have 3 sets of spare relays, and that one is bad. All right, the window works, which means I'm going to put the door card together so I don't break my cardinal rule of having too much at a time. and then I can work on the seat rails. Alright, so now I'm going to put the driver's side door card back together. I'm not going to put the grab handle and the lower grill for the speakers on because I don't have a driver's side speaker. You don't need to see me put the door card together. It's the same thing as the driver's side. Now I'm going to put the driver's side door card back together. I'm not going to put the grab handle and the lower grill for the speakers on. Actually, you are, because 10 speaker system stuff is impossible or nearly unobtainium to get your hands on. Look at that factory hardware. Okay, well, that is the end of it for tonight. So, handles are on. This is loose, so there's a self-tapper holding that on. And both our switches work. Alright, our next issue is our radio. I know sometimes the cassette doesn't work, sometimes the CD doesn't work. Try and figure out why that's the case. Unfortunately, it just ate the CD. It appears our tape doesn't want to work either. Will it come out? So it's a day. I just spent all day getting parts. Game for much more. Ended up getting this. This is a window switch. I only wanted this, but they wouldn't sell that separately. And this. This is a 96 Oldsmobile radio, but it has the exact same connector. So that is not the right radio. I need the Dolby radio. The Bose one works, but I don't have full volume. Welcome back to a new night. I just started working and forgot to film, so let me fill you in on what I was doing. I'm in the process of cleaning the grounds. While I was at it, the battery was out, so I wire wheeled all of this down and spray painted it black. Started with this ground here, which is right off your negative terminal. Then cleaned up your ground here by your cruise control motors. Don't forget your ground right here by your passenger side headlight. And your ground here by the brakes. Last but not least, off camera, I got this ground done because I know where it was. Our second ground on the front is right here, which would be right there. Gotta put the headlight up. You have a ground right there, and it leads to that aluminum for our power steering. I may clean this tonight. I may just clean the rest of the rack around it because it's really grimy and it's been leaking forever. Under our passenger well here, we have two of these grounds. These actually look pretty good. Your windshield wiper ground is right here, right next to your motor. Lift that up. Don't worry, that's already broke. Okay, to fill you in, that is the third time I've had to repaint the floor, but it needs to get done as the sunroof was leaking. It's inside, so now I have an opportunity to kill that and the sunroof at the same time. Okay, so still gotta hit this corner. A little bit of surface rust there. I'm in here, might as well do it right. This corner is fine. And everything up here is actually good. I did a good job here in the center section. So, once this is done, I'm gonna hit it with some rust reformer.
The next day.
Alright, so our floor is in a lot of rust reformer, and this is some Krylon blue. It's kind of crap, but I need to get rid of it, so it's gonna be blue. That looks pretty solid to me, and no one's gonna see it, so let's just cover that back up. To fill you in, my SD card crapped out, and my computer did right after that, so I have to re-edit everything. But what happens now is I'm working on my license plate bulbs on the rear. Alright, so here's our, well, half of our light for the license plate. It is one of these, which this one appears to be pretty bad. Fortunately, it's the bulb I already have. You're looking for one of these, Philips T4W CP. I ordered these a couple months ago when I ordered a bunch of extra bulbs. I'm glad it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the car, clean the connectors, the wires themselves going into this, because they seem pretty dirty, and hopefully it's just a bad bulb. Alright, well, that's good. We have... These seem to work. Our passenger side works too. That's a relief. Found some hardware. I believe this is 7/32 with a little nut and washer on the end of it, and it looks good enough. So I'm testing fuses here, and I thought I would show you how to do it. So the first thing you want to do is take your multimeter, set it to that. That is ohms. Okay. Tap them together, and then hit this speaker button. Okay, we have noise. Make sure your battery is disconnected at this point. You don't want to do this with ohms and the battery plugged in. Now that we know it works, you want to take your 2 points here and just tap a fuse like this. And if you get a beeping like that, you know you're good. So I'm going to get back to testing these, and I'll tell you any updates. No surprise, our 30 amp on fuse number 10 is fan number 2, which wasn't working last night. So being our grounds have been cleaned, batteries plugged in, it's still arcing on the ground, so whatever the issue is still exists. But let's see if it'll start. Okay, one thing I just noticed was when you go like this, there's no tach bounce. Well, on that disappointing note, though not entirely surprising, I'm going to end the video. Don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe, and this is $2 Garage. Have a nice day.